Alright, Trax Fan 32 with another short video here. I swear I'm gonna stop buying so many of these things, but I guess I'm not starting that yet. Anyway, this is something that I thought was very cool. I've been wanting one of these for a while. Father's Day rolled around and this is what I asked for, so here it is. Boom. Tamiya Grasshopper. This is just a real vintage type kit that they re-released. I believe it came out in '88, and I'm 37 years old. I had one of these when I was about 14, so not doing the math in my head, it's probably real close to when it came out. But this was my very first kit grade or hobby grade RC that I ever owned. I bought it with my own money, and it was very expensive, and I had a lot of fun with it. I think maybe back then it might have been an RTR, but I can't remember for sure. Actually, the more I think about it, I may have built it. But anyway, I'm just going to do a quick unboxing of it, and I'm going to build this thing. I'll probably get you guys a short build video of it. I'm going to build it, and then I want to drive it just very lightly here and there, and set it on my shelf just to have it around, because it's kind of what started it. It started the hobby grade RC for me. So anyway, very cool box. There's the side of it. I don't buy too many Tamiyas because they're not usually the highest performance vehicles you can get, but for nostalgia reasons, I've definitely had to get my hands on this kit here. It comes with a little tiny 380 size motor, which is way smaller than a 550. In fact, my old one was actually set up for a 550, but they give you an adapter plate to put the 380 motor in, so it'll actually fit in the 540 size slot. So actually, after that comment, I'm pretty sure I did build that when I was a teenager. So anyway, I'm just checking the camera angle here for you. I don't have lights in my shop yet, so hopefully you guys can see this okay. We'll be careful with this box because we're going to keep it. There we go. Alright, first thing, very nicely laid out. So cool. Anyway, here's the first bag here. I'm going to go ahead and open it. These come with the polycarbonate bodies. Very hard. You paint them on the outside. They're just they're almost like a model toy shell. But that's pretty cool. I'm just going to leave mine white, and I'll put the decals on it because that's what mine was back in the day. Here is your chassis. It's plastic as well. It's a bathtub chassis. You'll mount the rear end on here, and it'll swivel up and down and a little bit back and forth. And here's where your front shocks mount to. Servo goes here. But what's funny about this is your front shocks, they're just springs. I mean, they literally, there's no oil dampening shocks on the front end of this vehicle, which is crazy. And I can't wait to put it together and drive it just to see, the difference in handling between something that was designed back in the 80s and something that you drive now. It's been forever since I've driven a Tamiya. Steering, servo horns, servo saver. There's your front swing arms, right there. And it looks like servo holders, things like that. Servo mounts. Okay. This box here, again, pretty cool little box. Got the Grasshopper on it. You open it up. Front bumper, nice and nice and bendy. So it looks like it'd be hard and it'd crack, but actually I think it'll hold up pretty well. And like I say, this is going to be for the most part a shelf queen, but I am going to drive it. Bag of tools, rear axles, they're steel, a little bit of servo tape, bag of hardware. Aha! That I don't like. Plastic bushings, not ball bearings, which I guess I don't know what I was expecting, but I'm pretty sure the box shows ball bearings, but that must be in the transmission. There's some brass hardware, some miscellaneous pieces. There's your front springs. Just springs, that's it. Front hubs. There's your, I'm not sure exactly what gear that is, one of your main gears. Crazy, a little bit of lube in there, gear lube. Rest of your transmission gears. There's your differential. Looks, actually, you know, it looks pretty heavy. It'll hold up to that 380, no problem at all. I'll just be running a 6-cell nickel metal hydride, so. Bag of hardware. Bag of hardware. Wheel nuts. Pins for the front springs. And here is the money right here. Come on now. This is what really brings this kid alive. A completely generic 380 size motor. As generic as it comes. They don't even put a sticker on it. 380. Let me grab a 540 real quick just to show you guys the difference in size. This is a brushless, but it's 540 size. So. There you go. This is like what you'd find in minis, but it'll power this car okay. For, you know, the car is not, it's not going to be a tremendous performance vehicle. So if you go too fast, you're just going to be, you know, you're going to sacrifice a lot of handling. So you might as well just keep it slow. I mean, it won't be super slow, but we'll find out. I'll put a little running video in there of this thing. Alright, let's put all this back. Bumper goes in there too. Next up, wheels. They're in multiple pieces. Like I say, I can't remember, but I assume you bolt them together, and hopefully they're bead locks. I don't know. They might just be bolt together and then you glue them, but I don't know. We'll find out. But I don't know about that yet. Here's your one half of your transmission housing. There's the other half of your transmission housing. I'll open this bag up so you guys can see them a little bit better. I'm not worried about pieces of this getting lost. But anyway, there's, you know, the right half and there's the left half. I do remember these. These are your wheel adapters. So they go on with the little slot on the back, and then your wheel mates up to these. It's kind of cool. There's that plate I was telling you about. This adapts your motor from a 540 size hole down to the 380, and then you mount that into the hole. So if you ever replace this motor, you could replace it with a 540. I don't remember what these are right here. Yeah, I really can't remember what those are. Something that probably carries the rear swing arm. Yeah, I believe it does. And then the rear transmission, yeah, right here, and then clamps it to the chassis. Okay, let's just get that out of the way. Tires. Oh yeah. Proline, eat your heart out, right? Oh yeah, get ready for this. Who needs slingshots when you've got a real hard rubber, generic, tiny little sand paddle tire? Just for comparison, that's a short course tire. So this kit is not going to be very big, which is, yeah, it's going to make it fun. A nice little portable kit. small, so when it sits on the shelf, it won't take up a lot of space. Now these, however, these feel good, and they're super cool looking. The rib, I mean, that looks like a real buggy tire right there, and they're pretty soft. They're gonna just be bouncing around everywhere because of the fact that there's no real good shock in the front end, just springs. In here you have a driver's figure. You'll have to put him together. Little head, front and back, body, different body. I don't know if there's just one driver. Huh, it's kind of weird. There's your lights. Brush guards. Not brush guards, but side guards. Must be the bottom of the chassis or something. Here's the big update. Electronic speed control. Back in the day, it had the mechanical type that you used to had to have an extra servo that slid back and forth to the contacts. Those were absolutely trash. It was so bad that, I mean, you could barely play with the kit with those. So this, to me, makes it all worth it. By the way, this kit, you have to add your radio and steering servo, but in a battery. But the fact that they give you this, and you buy this kit for $95 or something like that, you know, you couldn't go wrong. I think, I could be mistaken, but I think when this first came back out, I saw it for like $300. And I'm like, no way am I paying $300 for that. But seeing it for $100 with the electronic speed control, yeah, it's generic, but so what? You know? It's a deal. I mean, especially to have something that was your very first RC. And here, call me crazy, but usually this is not one of my favorite parts of the kit, but in this particular case it is. Check those out. These are very vintage and very cool looking little graphics. Team Grasshopper. Grasshopper Racing. Got the little grasshopper there. Tamiya. Just very cool. Number 35. Totally awesome. So yeah, I know I sound like a big nerd right now, but that's okay. Because, I mean, I was, what, I'm guessing 14 years old. I had a moped. I sold the moped. I bought this kit. It was my very first hobby grade. My neighbor had them, and I loved them. And I just had fun out in the backyard with it. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks.